Good morning, America. My name is Danny. I'm a 48-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pit. It's not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, it's not for you. Topic of today's pit will be recovery, we'll say. Like you guys know who have followed me, I had a battle with alcohol for about 20 years. And by the grace of God, I was able to give up the habit and celebrated 5 years booze free, not one drink, in July. And I have to honestly say it's not as hard as I thought. Of course, I got sober with Christ, which is going to go to the topic of this pit. But I didn't, I just decided I didn't want to do it anymore. And I prayed my ass off and woke up and just didn't want to drink anymore. Now, that was 5 years ago, going on 6 years now. So, anyways, topic of today's pit. I was on Twitter yesterday, and one of the guys I follow, he's sober. He's got 18 months, which is fantastic. That's really hard to do. And he was basically saying, I'm sober now, and I'm lonely. Is basically what he was saying. And so that's the topic of the pit: is how to get sober. So he's posting his stuff, and this woman whose name I don't even remember jumps in like, you need to go to a meeting. And he's like, no, I hate meetings, this and that, and that's kind of how I felt. I went to 1,000 meetings before I got sober, and every time I went to a meeting, they're usually full of, and I'm not downing it. I'm not downing the meetings. I'm just saying, for me personally, it didn't work. It was a bunch of people that had to be there. They're court ordered. Some guys, I don't know, they want to be there, and then just it's an hour and 45 minutes of just a big old bitch fest about how horrible life is and how unfair the cops were. When you got that DUI that landed you in the AA meeting, and I just, from a long time ago, decided it wasn't for me. So I did get the big book, and I did work the steps, and I am well aware that that is a big part of the group. I just did it on my own. I didn't need guidance. I just prayed. I'm blessed enough to have some people in my family who are in the clergy, and they know things, and I can ask them anything I want, and they'll pray with me and everything else. But this woman kept saying, go to a meeting, go to a meeting, go to a meeting. And, I'm trying to defend the guy a little bit, and she starts on me. You sound all wound up, bro. Maybe you need a meeting. And that's the topic of the pit, is the problem is that particular group is, they're not all welcoming. It's a very cliquey group, I've found, in my experience. You might go and love it. I'm not sure. But in my experience, it's very cliquey. You're either in with the group or you're not. And that's almost every single one I've ever been to, and that's why I just stopped going. I'm not a guy that gets into cliques, and never have been, and whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But all I'm trying to say here is, this guy was having a loneliness problem, not a relapse problem, and going to a meeting ain't gonna fix his loneliness problem. All I could tell him from my experience, and we're about the same age, I found out. I think he's got me by about a year and a half or something. But I gave him the old cliched, this too shall pass, and it will. He will meet somebody somewhere. Everybody seems to, whether here on social media or out at the grocery store, or don't meet people at bars. Church. Things like that, that's where you want to find somebody. I always said finding a girlfriend at a bar is kind of like, pardon me, it's kind of like going to the wrecking yard to find a car. And that's not downing all women that go to the bars, but you guys know what I mean. I'm just joking. Anyway, but it got real quick, and then it got me really kind of fired up about this person. Like, how dare she come at me and tell me that I'm not, or this other guy is not truly sober, but a dry drunk. Dry drunks usually don't make it 18 months, and I promise you they don't make it 5 years. Okay? These knuckles are not white. I just have no interest in drinking anymore. And the guy I'm talking about actually said, and I didn't really get into it with him, but maybe later he'll explain it to me, but he basically said, if he drinks again, he'll die. I believe that because my cousin was told that about 4 times before he eventually passed away, and he was only in his 30s. He's only like 34, 36, somewhere around there. Young man and beautiful person, and he's not here anymore. He was my best friend. He was my brother. He was my cousin. He was my ride or die partner, and I had to go away and get a little time out and came back, and he was severely ill, and he didn't make it much longer after that. So I hope he's resting. But I don't want to discourage anybody from going to anything. If you go to one of those meetings and you don't feel accepted or like it's going to work, go to a different anonymous meeting. There's you got your NA, you got CA, there's all kinds of anonymous groups you can go to that are more welcoming than some of the more mainstream groups. And that's, I think, what the problem is those groups went mainstream when they're supposed to be completely anonymous. I don't pronounce that word, but anonymous. They run themselves. But anyways, this pit's just to say that in this argument, no one's right and no one's wrong. Okay, it'll either work for you or it won't. People like me and the guy that I was talking with yesterday, it didn't work for us. It actually made us want to drink when we got done with the meeting after hearing people bitch about it for an hour and a half. And I go to my places when I'm not going to say when I want to drink because I don't want to drink. It's just when I get bored. The thing is, you got to remember this. The thing is, when you've been dating booze for 20 years and now it's gone, it is literally a breakup. And you got to treat it as such. And now you have this big void, and you have to fill that void with something. Now I recommend you fill it with Christ. You fill it with going out and doing service, and if going to meetings is part of that, how you feel you need to do it, then do it that way. But do not ever get on a thread with a guy who is early in recovery and start pushing these damn meetings. He knows they exist, and if he wants to go, he'll go. Okay, but he don't want to go. He wasn't even dealing with the relapse. He's just lonely, And of course, I assured him, yes, it will get better. This too will pass. Hell, if I found somebody, that would marry me, that's a beautiful woman, then I'm sure no problem with him too. But you got to keep the faith, and don't let these people bully you into going to these meetings, because if it's not for you, it's not for you. Find something that works for you. Anyway, that's all I had to say. It's a Saturday short pit. Not really trying to dazzle today. I'm kind of tired. Play this guitar and lay down. But anyway, like I always say, damn, I can't talk recently. Got some teeth work done here or something. Like I always Like I always say, stay vigilant, America, and keep looking forward. But once in a while, look behind you. Might be somebody trying to bully you into going to a meeting, and that might cause you to relapse. So with that being said, I love America, and man, God bless each and every one of you today, and God bless these wonderful and beautiful United States of America. We are lucky as hell to be living in, even in these times, and it will get better. And if you like this pit, or want to see any of my other pits, please hit like and subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow me on Facebook Reels, TikTok. I'm on Rumble, Instagram. But follow me on YouTube, like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to get some bigger numbers so I can get more videos pumped out, and they keep spinning them, and then, who knows? I'll bring you all along with me. Let's go. So anyway, like I said, God bless each and every one of you. God bless America. I'm out. Have a really good weekend, and stay tuned until next time. And I will catch you later. Thank you.